Hey guys, it's me Geline and welcome to my channel. Welcome to another Lifestyle Wednesdays, and today I'm going to talk to you about my favorite subject of all time, finance. So a little bit of disclaimer guys before I start blabbering some stuff in here. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I a financial guru. Don't want to be one. However, I do extensive research and I try it out for myself and it worked. Now I'm sharing it with you guys just in case you also need some help in this area of your life. Glad to be of help. And of course, I think it's very important for us to get some technicalities out of the way first. So, you know, the topic is about irregular income earners, how you could budget your money if you are an irregular income earner. So let's kind of differentiate the regular income earners from the irregular income earners. So if you are a regular income earner, that means you are, these people are employed, are getting paychecks each month, same amount each month. So that means it's much easier to budget your money because you know exactly how much comes in, how much money comes in each month, and then you can work around your way there, and you also know how much money comes out, so it's easier to just work your way besides that. And irregular income earners are those people that don't have paychecks each month, and there's money coming in of course, but they don't know how much comes in each month. So that makes it a little bit more complicated, I would say, to budget money. But it's not impossible. It is very possible. It is very doable, and I will be showing that to you in a little bit. But yeah, so who are these people? These people are the self-employed, or those that are what do you call this? Those that are dependent on the performance of their business for their income. For their income, money that they will be using for their personal budget and stuff like that, as well as people that are being commissioned. You don't know how much your commission is, right? And most probably commissions would come each week. I don't know, but most companies, at least here in our place in Iloilo, in the Philippines, people that are being commissioned get their check or paycheck or whatever they call it each week. And I'm also going to show you how I would incorporate this in using the envelope system. Basically, you could open up accounts for this, different accounts for different budgets or budget budget items for this. I know in the US it's easier to open a bank account, and you don't pretty much need money to open bank account because there are actually banks that allow you to open a bank account for free. There's no maintaining balance of some sort, so it's just really easier. And I heard that some banks actually pay people money in order for people to open up accounts with them. How cool is that? But in the Philippines, it doesn't work that way. Here in the Philippines, you need to pay money or to deposit money first, and most likely there are maintaining balance. Although some banks, I know, they don't have any maintaining balance anymore, but it really depends on you. But for me, I find it better or easier for me to keep track of things when I use the envelope system. So I already have envelopes here. I pre-labeled them for the purpose of this video, you guys. I'm not that prepared. So let's get on with tip number 1 on how you could budget your money on an irregular income. Know your priorities. Identify which are the bills or the items that you need to buy first, second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. I would be having some suggestions as we go along the way, just to be able to guide you a little bit on how you could prioritize stuff for your budget. But then again, it depends on you, on the needs of your family or your personal needs. So for the first item on the list, I would suggest, because I know that sometimes it's kind of difficult to weigh in things. There are people who are actually having difficulties in trying to identify which ones comes first. Okay, so just a little tip for you guys. For the number one item on your list, think about what is one thing or one thing they can't live without. Or you could also ask yourself, what is one item or one bill that you could just have for the rest of your life? Generally, the answer for this would be food, right? So let's just say, let's have food for number one. I would use the term grocery because this already includes the food and the toiletries, and if you have a kid, so that would also include milk, diapers, baby wipes, and stuff like that. Okay, I forgot. I actually have a list here. Make it better. Ay, sala. Make it happen. Better. Okay, and I have my little cutie pie ball pen here. So I'm gonna be listing off some things for you guys so you could see how it's done. You could do this on an Excel, but I'm an old school person, so I really like writing down things. Let me write here. We're gonna be having 3 columns, okay, for your list, for your budget list. So we're gonna have 3 columns. So for the first column, I'm gonna put here item / bill. Okay, that's the first column. So please excuse the penmanship because I don't have the best penmanship in the world. So yeah. Okay, so that's item or the bill that you need to pay. So as I mentioned, what is your top priority? So let's just say, for the sake of this example or for this video, let's have groceries as number one. So let's put it here, grocery. Okay, grocery. Okay, there you go. I don't know if that's backwards or whatnot, but yeah, that's what it is. And okay, so for number 2, okay, so for number 2, I would suggest to have savings. Why? If you ask financial people, financial gurus, those that are financially literate people, which one would come first? Is it budget? I mean, saving first and then spending the money, the money that's left, or you spend the money first and then whatever is left should come or should go to the savings. So those people that are financially literate would say that you should save first, and then whatever is left in there, that's the one that you're gonna budget. So we're gonna include savings on our budget, or for the monthly, on our budget for this month. Okay, so we're gonna put it here, savings. Okay, savings. Okay, for the number 3, for my opinion, I don't know with you guys, but I have on my budget tithing or giving. Tithing is tithe, you give back to the church. So if you don't want to do that, you could have the giving part, which is just giving to the less fortunate people. There are a lot of people that are in need. No matter how small you are earning, let's say, there are other people who cannot budget or don't need to budget because there is nothing to be budgeted about because they have no money. You could go to an orphanage or go to an orphanage and spend some time with them, give them gifts and stuff like that. Whatever it is that is giving for you, you can do that because it's important for me, at least. I think that it's important to be able to give. To be able to give back to people, because that's what God encourages us to do. Let's help one another. And the more we give, the more we receive. Let's put here tithe or giving for number 3. Tithe or giving. Oh, for tithe, for me, personally, what I do is I do go to church every Sunday. So, you know, there's a part in the mass that you need to, not really need, but like there's a donation, donation thingy going on during the offertory, I guess. Yeah, so I give money, you know, for that. So that's how I tithe. There are other things that you can do too, so it really depends on you. Okay, so next here we have tithe and giving, or / giving. Okay, for the next one, of course, we need a shelter, right? We need a roof to keep us safe, to keep us safe from the rain, from the cold, from the heat of the sun. We need a house, right? So let's say, I don't know, maybe you have a mortgage, you have house rent, or you have an apartment, flat, condo, I don't know. But yeah, let's just say it's a house. Okay, so I'm gonna put here house. Okay, so that's house. And then, well, we have cars, so, you know, monthly payments for that as well. Next, car. And just in case you have kids, so you need to pay for your tuition in school. So let's have tuition. Although with this one, I'm not sure, but I guess there are months that you don't really need to put on something on the tuition, or you don't need to pay for tuition. It really depends on the school, but just in case you will be having it for that particular month, then you can also put that here, okay? And then I suggest to also have, this is actually not a budget, but it's more of a savings for a rainy day. So I call it the rainy day fund. So this would be for, I don't know, like maybe, okay, rainy day. Maybe somebody in the family needs to be checked up by a doctor, or needs to go to the hospital or stuff like that. That's for a rainy day. Rainy day stuff, or maybe an appliance broke down, needs to be replaced, or needs to be fixed. That's also where you get money to pay for that. And you know, if you have kids, most likely they are going to be on monthly checkup, especially if they're really young. So that also goes to the rainy day fund, or it also comes from the rainy day fund. So just in case you don't get to spend the rainy day fund for this month, you can go ahead and save, put that like in a savings. And I guess with this one, it's really legit for you to actually open an account for this, a bank account for this, because you are most probably going to constantly put in money in there. Okay, so that would be your savings that's included in your budget. And then the last I would suggest is to have a fun budget. Okay, put it here, fun. So for fun, this would include date nights with your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, or maybe night out with your girlfriends, or lunch date with them, coffee dates with them, coffee dates with them, or maybe buy your kids stuff, go to an amusement park, or go to the mall and let them play in the amusement centers or whatever it is. Buy yourself some clothes. You know, whatever is fun for you, that will be the one day you're gonna use for the month, okay? Because, you know, we all deserve to be having fun. You know, it is, for me at least, it is essential to have fun not just work. You need to have also some fun. That's it, pretty much. This for you, it could be, the list could be longer or it could be shorter. It really depends, as I've said. So on the next next column, we will be putting the words actual amount. Okay, so here, actual amount. Just for the purpose of this video, let's say for your groceries, okay, let's say your budget for that for the whole month is 4,000 pesos. And of course, I'm going to use pesos as my currency because I'm comfortable using that, obviously, because I grew up with it. I'm in the Philippines. That just works, you know, well for me. So let's say 4,000 pesos for your, oh my gosh, 4,000 pesos for your grocery. Okay. Let's say for your savings, let's set aside 3,000 pesos for that. So I'm gonna put it here, 3,000 pesos. There you go. And for your tithe or your giving budget, let's put 1,000 pesos for that one. Okay, so that's tithe, giving, and then 1,000. Okay, for your house, let's say you're paying 10,000 pesos for that one each month. Okay, here. Okay. Let's say for the car, you are also paying 10,000 pesos for that. Okay. So I'm just gonna put everything down, okay? And then tuition, just in case, let's say tuition is 10,000 as well. Maybe you got more kids, I don't know. So that's tuition, 10,000 pesos. And for the rainy day, let's say 3,000 pesos. Okay. Rainy day, 3,000 pesos. And for the last is the fun. So let's put also 3,000 pesos for that. Fun, 3,000 pesos. Okay, so again, we have the item, the bill, and then the list here. And then we have next the actual amount, so the list also goes here. And for the third column for this is you have to put the word accumulative. Okay, so we have your accumulative, okay? So now, what are we going to do? Accumulate. Add things up. So for our first item, since that's the first item, so we don't really need to add something on that. So let's put here, just copy the amount of the first item. So that's 4,000 pesos. In our example, 4,000. Okay? Next, we are going to add things up. Okay, so next, 4,000, since it's accumulative, 4,000 plus 3,000, that's equal to 7,000. So you're going to put here 7,000. There. Okay. So next we have 7,000 plus the next item, which is 1,000 pesos. So that's 8,000 pesos. So let's put here 8,000. Pretty much that goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Okay, now I'm done adding up things. Okay, so the last item or the last amount that we have here is 44,000. So that means you need to budget for 44,000 each month in order for you to be able to cope up with the things that you need to pay for and the things that you need to buy. Alright, so now you know how much you need, and let's go with the application of that. So let's say you are being paid weekly, or you get money weekly, money check, whatever it is, weekly. So let's say for your first week, you get the amount 15,000 pesos. And this is also where the envelope system comes in. So 15,000 pesos comes in to your budget. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go back to our list. Okay, so 15,000 pesos. So what can you cover with the 15,000 pesos? So let's see. So pretty much we can cover already the groceries. Okay, you can see that. The groceries, savings, tithe or giving, and a little bit of the house payment. Okay? So let's get your envelopes. So what was that? The groceries, the savings, tithe, giving, and then the house. So I got 4 here. Okay, so from your 15,000, you deduct 4,000, which is your budget for your groceries. So that money comes in here. Okay? So whatever you do, don't open this unless you need to spend it for your grocery budget or for your groceries for that month. Okay? This is the purpose of it. Separate your money so you know which ones goes to which one. And the next for the savings, so that's 15,000 minus, how much is that? 4,000, so that's 11,000 left. 11,000 minus 3,000, which will go to our savings. I believe that. Which will go to our savings. Okay, so you put money in there, 3,000. And then you also minus for your tithe or your giving. I believe that ulit. For your tithe or your giving, which is amounting to 1,000 pesos, so you put 1,000 in here. And of course, house. Since for the house, you have 10,000 pesos.
For the house.
Shh. Since for the house, you get 10,000
Welcome back to Walking Dead.
So for your house budget, you have covered up 7,000 pesos already.
Wow.
7,000 pesos already for that week alone. So that means because your budget for your house is 10,000 pesos, that means you only have 3,000 pesos remaining for your house envelope. Okay, comes the second week. You get another amount of money amounting to, let's say, 20,000 pesos because it's really a good week. Okay, so that will cover pretty much the house and the house, the car, and a little bit of the tuition budget. Okay, so you get, how much is that? You get 3,000 pesos and then you put it here on your house. So that's already complete. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Okay, you also, just in case, because you are not really putting everything in one time, so you could also put dates in here. First time that you actually put money in here, let's say now is February 7. February 7, so you put here February 7 and then the amount, and then the next time that you like put money in there, you also put blah blah blah, how much, just the date and then how much. And if it's complete, just put complete so that you will know that it's already been completed. So yeah, that will make it easier as well for you to do things. Alright, so car, also we need car payment and then tuition payment. so we will get 10,000 and then put it here on the cars. Yeah, on the car. No. Yeah, 10,000 pesos. You have 3,000 pesos left, so that will go to the tuition. Okay? So, let's say the third week was not really a good week. You only made like 5,000 pesos. That's the third week already. Okay, so since the tuition, you still need 7,000 for that. Since you need 7,000 more for that one. So, and you only have 5,000, so just put everything in here, okay? For the third week, just put everything in here. That means you need.
Mommy.
Wow. That means you need 2,000 more to complete your tuition budget. Here comes the fourth week, okay, of the month, and that was a really good week, and you made 25,000 pesos for that week, okay? So let's minus the 2,000 pesos which is left of our budget for the tuition. So that's 25 minus 25 minus 2,000 pesos, so that's 23. We have 23,000 pesos left. Okay, and we only have 2 more budgets left. And we have the budget for the rainy day, which is 3,000 pesos, so that's 22,000 minus 3,000 pesos, so that will give us 19,000 pesos. So let's put the 3,000 here, and we still have 19,000 pesos left. And yeah, for the last item we have here for the fun, and the budget for fun is 3,000 as well, so that's 19,000 minus 3,000, so that will give us 16,000 pesos.
16,000 pesos.
So that means you have an extra of 16,000 pesos. Just in case you have an extra money from your budget, I also suggest for you guys to get a slush fund. So slush fund, you can also open up a bank account for this, because you might be putting in money in there every single month. It really depends. But yeah, it would help if you would open a bank account for a slush fund. So slush fund, that's just, you know, like maybe you can plan a travel for it, you know, bigger projects for your family or for yourself. You could buy a gadget for that, or you could invest that for a business or whatever you want to do it. But with this system, it's also good because you can see pretty much how much is left to whatever, and so you can know, like for example, you're nearing the end and you still have some more items on the list, you know, to pay for or to put budget or money for. So you need, oh my gosh, I need to double my time, double my effort for this in order for me to get the money that I need to cope up with the things that I want. So it really pays to budget your money, because you can see things. You don't go crazy with your money. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't have money anymore for this and for that, blah blah blah. Because everything is already written down, everything has a budget. So just be disciplined, guys. You know, stick to your budget. The main reason why you have a budget, because you have to discipline yourself in order for you to pay things regularly, and you know, don't get in trouble for it. Right, so that's it. That's everything. I know that this is a very long video, but you know, I basically showed you step by step everything that you need to do in order for you to budget your irregular income. And I hope this helped you. And if you have more suggestions on how you could improve this kind of system, let me know at the comment section below, and I would be glad to try it out and maybe share it also next time here on my channel. So yeah, that would be it, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope this helped you a lot. I will see you on Friday for Chatty Fridays, and yeah, thank you, bye.